Hello, welcome to video 4, the fourth and final video of the How to Get Started Meditating series. And in this video, you will discover what to do when you are actually meditating. Hi, it's Mary from Sippin' Om, connecting you to the best part of yourself. Welcome to video 4, the fourth and final video of a 4-part series on how to get started meditating. So many people give up their meditation ritual because they just don't know what to do when they sit down and meditate. And so I created this video series so that you would know what to do when you actually sit down and meditate. From this series, I hope that you've realized that meditation is definitely not zoning out, that meditation is actually extremely dynamic, and I've just shared with you a few techniques that will really help you, but there are so many techniques that you could do when you meditate. And I hope that if you didn't have a chance to watch the first 3 videos to this one, that you will have a chance to do that. So video 1, you're learning how to really set a meditation practice for yourself, where you're laying the foundation, coming up with a time and a place. Video 2, you're learning how to breathe from your belly, really important, and actually how to sit down to meditate. And then in video 3, the most recent video, you learned a really important technique called the instant Om breath that really helps to transition you from your busy world to your meditation mode, so that you can have a technique to transition yourself when you sit down to meditate. And I also showed you how to sit comfortably when you meditate, and how it's important to keep your eyes a little bit raised up when you meditate, even when they're closed, because that lifts up your consciousness. So you've really taken in a lot in just 4 videos, but these are all techniques that I use every single time that I sit down to meditate, every day, sometimes a few times a day. And in today's video, I want to show you what do you do after you've come up with a time and a place, you're starting to meditate now, you're kind of getting into this meditation, and it's starting to become a part of your life. You're enjoying it and you like it, but you've done the techniques that I've shared with you, but you could use a little bit more because you're still not sure what you should be doing. And I'm going to also share with you some of the top questions that I get from people, from clients and people who email me. Now, one of the number 1 questions is, how do I get comfortable? Well, we covered that last week, but I want to show you again just in case. So I have some pillows here, and you simply just take the pressure off your biggest pressure points when you're sitting down to meditate, which are your knees if you're sitting down on the floor. If you're sitting down in a chair or on a bed, you want to prop your feet up so that they're not dangling, and also so that you can still keep your posture straight, because anytime that you're throwing your body out of alignment and you've been sitting down for a while, it's going to make your back start to hurt. So a lot of people have lower back issues. Somebody just emailed me about that recently, so this will really help. So go ahead and put pillows under each knee. And I have this small pillow here. The last video I had a big pillow. It was pretty big. This one is about the size that I use. Sometimes I just fold up a blanket though, or even if I'm meditating outside, I go somewhere really beautiful and I want to sit down and meditate, I will just take off a jacket or a sweater. I live in Florida, so I don't often wear a jacket or a sweater, but if I have one with me, I take it off and just roll it up, or I sit on my purse, just something to elevate my knees. So if you are meditating on the go, you come across a great spot, you'd like to sit down and meditate, just use what you have at hand. Okay, so now you have your pillows and you're comfortable, you have all the pressure taken off your knees and off your back. And I want to show you one more thing, how to be comfortable when you're meditating. Now, you've been meditating, hopefully now. This is your 4th week if you've been following this series in order. So you've been meditating for about a month. So you're probably sitting down for 10 to 15 minutes quite easily. It's really coming pretty comfortable. You're feeling really good with that. Well, you can be, when you're sitting down and you want to keep your body still when you meditate, because you want your mind to relax, you want your body still and comfortable so that your mind can relax. You can get a little bit cold because your body's not moving around and your body temperature drops a little bit. So go ahead and pull. This is a shawl that I often wear. It can be anything. This one is cashmere. You could have a wool. You could have silk, cotton, polyester. It really doesn't matter. But this one is really soft. So I like to meditate with that. Even in Florida sometimes, if I'm doing a long meditation, I will get a little bit cold. So I use this shawl, and if you live in a really cold area, you could even put this, kind of like over your head as you meditate, because, if your head is covered, it keeps your body heat in a little bit better. Now, this goes for men too. If you don't want, to wear a shawl, then you could use a blanket, just, some kind of blanket that you want, or a big sweater. So that way it's just keeping you a little bit warm while you meditate. So I don't need it today, for sure. It's very warm out where I live. So those are ways that you can be comfortable so that you can meditate a little bit longer. And another top question that I get, and this one, whenever I work with a client, I'm asked this almost every single time. People want to know what they should be experiencing when they meditate. Now, I thought the same thing too when I first started meditating. So you might feel like you need to be hearing sounds, or seeing some kind of light, or hearing things. And maybe some people do experience these sounds. Those have to do with your chakras. I've created some chakra videos, but I will have a chakra series that you can actually have access to pretty soon, where you will learn all about the chakras, and each chakra has a different sound. So you may be kind of tapping into that, or if you have your eyes closed, you could see kind of like a blue light, or a blue circle with like a white light in it, and that's often called the spiritual light. Now, I'm not going to really go into all of this because, that's not what meditation is all about. Meditation is about connecting to the best part of who you are, and focus instead on just having a really great, relaxed meditation where you emerge from it refreshed. You're not really going for some kind of dynamic experience. You may have those experiences. Some people do. And if you do, that's fantastic. That's really great. But I don't expect you to have any kind of experience like that. I expect that you will have an incredible meditation where you feel really revitalized, where you've been calming your mind, but when you're finished, you actually feel energized in a calm way. We need a word to describe that. We don't really have a word in our vocabulary to describe how you feel both energized and calm at the same time. But that's how you feel after you meditate, especially after you have meditated with consistency for any amount of time. So if you have any questions that you want to email me, you can email me at mary@sipandom.com, or leave a message right below this video and I will get back to you. I hope that you have picked up some really great tips during this meditation series, and I'm not quite finished with this video. I'm asked a lot of different questions, and I really want to cover the top questions that you have. Some things that you can do while you're meditating, and I have a full series. It's called Your Irresistible Meditation Ritual, and I called it Your Irresistible Meditation Ritual because I really feel like my ritual, it's irresistible. If I miss meditating for a day, I feel like, I start to crave it. Like it's kind of like going without brushing your teeth. It's a kind of like a hygiene that you need to do to get rid of all the goop of the day, just like you get rid of all the goop on your teeth when you brush them at night. So I called it your irresistible meditation ritual, and you can find information to that right below me. And it's also on my website, and you can have access to that. And I go into much more detail with a lot of different techniques, some of the similar ones that we've covered in this How to Get Started Meditating series. And also I share with you just a lot of other techniques that help make your meditations dynamic. If what you do are the techniques I've shared with you in this meditation series, that's fine. But sometimes it's really nice to pull in and bring in different techniques. And also the techniques do different things for you. And meditation is different every time. So you might want to, maybe you're feeling stressed, so you want a technique to help you deal with that. Or maybe you're feeling sad or upset, or maybe you're sick. And there are lots of different techniques that you can use to help you feel energized, more clarity, whatever it is you want to do. And so I share those techniques for you if you feel like you want more, that you're really enjoying this. And I also offer private one-on-one coaching, and you can find that on my website too. So I really want you to meditate and to enjoy it. And I've just seen so many people give up their rituals when they do not have somebody to help guide them and help them set up a solid foundation. So when you meditate, just keep that in mind, that you're tapping into yourself, and you're going through the different steps that I've shown you. And the reason why it's so important to go through those, I call them transition steps, it's the getting there part of meditation. It's because when you're going throughout your day, you're so busy and you have all these different energies coming at you from different people, or the traffic, or this hectic situation, or this drama going on, that it can be really hard to just sit down cold turkey and pull out of that and start meditating. So these techniques that I've shared with you really help you to do that. So I want to kind of put it all together today in this video with you. You've discovered a time and place that works for you to meditate from the first video. You've done your belly breath, and I hope you do your belly breathing all day long. I hope that's the way you breathe now. It'll make such a difference in your quality of life. And then in the third video, you did the instant Om breath, where you inhaled to the count of 6. You held that for 6 counts, and then you exhaled for a count of 6, and you did that 6 times. That's one of the very best ways that you can transition yourself. So now you've done that, you have your eyes closed, and when your eyes are closed, they're gently raised, looking at your spiritual eye, or just as if you're watching the sun sink below a mountain chain, and you are wondering what to do. Well, what you can do when you're meditating like this, you just want to feel where you are. You want to just go with where you are. You don't want to create some experience for yourself. You want to go with the moment, wherever you happen to be. And so that's why you're checking in with yourself, making sure that your body's relaxed, you're releasing tension that arises, and your mind will wander. I can guarantee you that. And that's one reason why many people feel like they are just not cut out for meditation, because they feel like their mind just wanders too much. Well, when your mind starts to wander, go back to your breath. Go back, and you can do the instant Om breath again. Go back and start to focus on your breath. Don't just let your mind wander and carry you off somewhere, because you're really centering yourself and connecting to who you are, and that can take a little while to do. That's why it's so dynamic. Meditation is completely dynamic. You're constantly working and checking in on something in a relaxed way. You're becoming more fully who you are. That's truly what you're doing. You're becoming more fully who you are, and that can take a little bit of effort in the beginning when you're sitting down to meditate. And then you get to a place where you're kind of there and you're meditating. You'll know when you get there because you are not being distracted, you're not being pulled away, you're just sort of feeling very relaxed and very calm and an energized way. Like I said, we need to invent a word for that in our English vocabulary. Some people call it bliss, but it's just a really great feeling. So that's what you want to do when you're meditating. You just want to sit and keep your eyes closed and you're looking up, and you've done all the different techniques to kind of get you to this point, to transition you out of the busy world into meditation, interiorizing with yourself. And you want to just continue to tap into yourself, releasing tension when it arises. Do different checkpoints throughout your body and release the tension, especially your stomach, your face, your jaw, your shoulders. Just let it all roll away, roll away. And you always want to keep your eyes gently raised. It's something that I can't really show you how to do that part. You have to do that part on your own. So in this meditation series, I hope I've given you some techniques that you can do, takeaways that you can do immediately every single time that you sit down to meditate. And now you're good to go. You are ready. You can sit down and meditate and do it on your own. So these videos have been instructional, where I've given you the information. Now it's for you to take the information and to apply it to your own meditation ritual. And if you haven't already signed up for Instant Om, my weekly newsletter, go ahead and do so. You can enter your name and email address where you see it in the space below, because every single week you will receive free weekly guided meditations and tea tips. And I'm even going to be including a lot of feng shui tips in my Instant Om newsletter as well, so that you can harmonize your outside environment with all the internal work that you're doing on yourself when you meditate, when you're becoming more of who you are. So in the meantime, please share this video with others. This whole series will help you. It's truly a meditation ritual that you can create, that anyone can do. And I hope that you can share it with others who want to know how to meditate. And as always, remember that you are so worth slowing down for. And what I'd like you to do after you finish watching this video is to take some time and sit down and meditate. Pull together all the techniques that I've shared with you and do those again and again. And every week you'll receive new meditation tips and techniques from me. If you want a little extra support, I have programs and coaching sessions that will support you. I've so enjoyed this meditation series with you. I know you can do this. Hang in there, stick with it. Consistency is the key. Do it for 2 weeks straight with consistency, and then take it for 6 months. After 6 months, you will feel like meditation is definitely a part of your life. I've really enjoyed this series. I'll see you on the other side in my other videos.